In the vast, silent theater of the cosmos, humanity has often strained its ears for a whisper from the stars. For decades, we have built colossal instruments designed to catch the faintest of cosmic murmurs. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence, or SETI, represents this profound technological and philosophical quest. It is a search fueled by a fundamental question: are we alone in the universe? On a quiet summer night in 1977, that question seemed to receive a startling and momentary answer. The date was August 15th, a seemingly ordinary day in the history of astronomy. At Ohio State University, the Big Ear radio telescope was dutifully scanning the heavens. This unique instrument, with its massive, unmoving structure, relied on the Earth's own rotation to sweep its gaze across the galaxy. It listened patiently, recording the endless static of space onto long reels of computer printout paper. For the most part, the telescope heard only the background hiss of the cosmos. This noise is the faint, lingering echo of the Big Bang and other natural celestial events. But on that particular night, for a fleeting moment, something extraordinary broke through the noise. A powerful, narrow-band radio signal pierced the background chatter of the universe. The signal was unlike anything the telescope had ever detected before. It was incredibly strong, registering at over 30 times the intensity of the ambient, deep space radiation. The signal lasted for a full 72 seconds, the exact duration expected for a fixed extraterrestrial source passing through the telescope's observation window. Then, as abruptly as it began, it vanished completely. The event itself went unnoticed in real time. Data was simply recorded, another string of characters on miles of paper. A few days later, a volunteer astronomer named Dr. Jerry Eman was performing his routine task of reviewing the printouts. His job was to scan the endless columns of data for anything unusual. Suddenly, his eyes caught a sequence of characters that seemed impossible. The code 6005 represented a signal of staggering intensity and perfect form. Each character corresponded to a level of signal strength, and this sequence showed a perfect rise and fall. It was the textbook signature of a celestial source passing through the telescope's beam. Overcome with astonishment, Dr. Eman grabbed a red pen. He circled the anomalous sequence directly on the printout. In the margin, he wrote a single, "Now, famous exclamation. Wow!" That simple annotation gave the mysterious signal its enduring name. The discovery immediately sparked intense excitement within the astronomical community. Characteristics of the "wow" signal were tantalizingly suggestive of an intelligent, artificial origin. One of the most compelling clues was its frequency. The signal was detected at approximately 1420 megahertz. This frequency is known to astronomers as the hydrogen line. It is the frequency at which neutral hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe, naturally radiates energy. Years earlier, physicists Philip Morrison and Giuseppe Cocconi had proposed this very frequency as a logical choice for interstellar communication. They theorized it would be a universal watering hole in the radio spectrum, known to any technologically capable civilization. The "wow" signal's proximity to this cosmic standard was a powerful argument for its artificiality. Furthermore, the signal was extremely narrowband. Natural cosmic sources, like stars and quasars, tend to broadcast over a wide range of frequencies. An artificial beacon, however, could efficiently focus its power into a single, narrow channel. The "wow" signal fit this description perfectly. The frequency was also in a protected part of the spectrum, where terrestrial transmissions are forbidden. This made it highly unlikely to be interference from a human source like an airplane or satellite. The hunt to redetect the signal began almost immediately. Astronomers at the Big Ear and other observatories repeatedly pointed their telescopes toward the same patch of sky. They scanned the region in the constellation Sagittarius, hoping to hear the whisper again. But the sky remained silent. Hour after hour, night after night, the search yielded nothing. The powerful, clear voice from the cosmos had fallen completely quiet. This profound silence became the signal's second great mystery. If it was an alien beacon, why did it transmit only once? This lack of repetition has fueled decades of debate and speculation. The alien hypothesis, while thrilling, remained unproven without a second sighting. This led scientists to explore a host of alternative, natural explanations. Could the signal have been a previously unknown type of astrophysical phenomenon? One theory suggested it might have been the result of interstellar scintillation. This is a twinkling effect where cosmic gas clouds could momentarily focus a weak, continuous signal, making it appear strong. However, the probability of such an event creating a signal of that magnitude was considered extremely low. Another, more recent hypothesis pointed the finger at comets. In 2017, a researcher proposed that a passing comet, surrounded by a massive cloud of hydrogen, could have been the source. This theory suggested that the hydrogen cloud, energized by the sun, might have emitted a signal at the 1420 MHz frequency. This explanation seemed plausible as it accounted for the signal's transient nature. The comet would have simply moved out of the telescope's view. However, the original SETI team and other astronomers quickly challenged this idea. They argued that the comets in question were not in the correct position in the sky at the time of the signal. Furthermore, they contended that a comet's hydrogen cloud would not emit a signal with the specific narrowband characteristics of the WOW signal. The comet hypothesis, for many, failed to fully explain the evidence. The mystery persisted, leaving the alien explanation still on the table, however unlikely. The signal became a legend in popular culture, a symbol of the tantalizing possibility of cosmic contact. It represented a brief, shining moment when the universe seemed to speak directly to us. Even without a definitive explanation, the WOW signal's legacy is significant. It served as a powerful validation for the SETI project, proving that their equipment could detect a signal of the type they were looking for. It inspired a new generation of scientists and stargazers to join the search. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence continues to this day, now with far more advanced technology. Telescopes are now vastly more sensitive than the Big Ear ever was. Computers can analyze data in real time, ensuring no WOW signal goes unnoticed for days. Yet, in all the years since 1977, no signal with the same compelling characteristics has ever been detected again. The WOW signal remains a complete anomaly, a one-time cosmic event. Was it a message from an alien civilization, a fleeting beacon from a distant star system? Or was it merely a strange, perfectly aligned fluke of natural phenomena, a cosmic coincidence of epic proportions? Perhaps it was a type of signal from a celestial object that we have yet to understand. The truth remains elusive, locked away in the silence of the cosmos. The printout with Dr. Heyman's red-inked WOW is now a treasured artifact of scientific history. It is a monument to a moment when humanity was stopped in its tracks. It reminds us that there are still profound mysteries waiting to be solved. The universe does not give up its secrets easily. WOW signal is a testament to that enduring truth. It continues to challenge our understanding of the universe. It fuels our imagination about what, or who, might be out there. And so, the search goes on, driven by that one, tantalizing whisper from 1977. The signal's origin was traced to a patch of sky in the constellation Sagittarius. This region of space is toward the center of our Milky Way galaxy. It is a direction teeming with countless stars and potential planetary systems. The Big Ear telescope had 2 feed horns, giving it 2 frames of reference. The signal was detected in only one of these 2 horns. This provided a crucial cross-check against terrestrial interference. Ground-based signal would likely have appeared in both feeds simultaneously. The fact that it didn't strongly suggested a celestial origin. The intensity of the signal was encoded by the numbers 19, and then the alphabet. The letter in the sequence 665 represented an intensity over 30 times the background noise. No natural astrophysical source has ever been found that perfectly mimics all the signal's features. This has made the WOW signal a persistent and delightful thorn in the side of astrophysics. Some have speculated it could have been a signal from a military satellite that was officially secret. However, this is unlikely given the protected nature of the frequency band. The international agreements in place were designed to keep this channel clear for radio astronomy. The signal's power, if from a distant star, would have required a tremendously powerful transmitter. We are talking about a beacon far more powerful than anything humanity could construct today. This leads to the lighthouse hypothesis, suggesting a sweeping beam rather than a constant broadcast. In this scenario, Earth just happened to be in the right place at the right time. It was a 1 in a trillion chance alignment. The signal remains a cold case, a file that astronomers cannot close. It is a puzzle composed of a single, extraordinary piece. The lack of more pieces prevents us from seeing the full picture. The Big Ear telescope was dismantled in 1998. Its former site is now a golf course, a mundane end for a cosmic listener. But its legacy is immortalized by that 172-second event. The signal's story is a perfect blend of science, mystery, and hope. It challenges the assumption that the universe is silent. It suggests that maybe, just maybe, someone is trying to make contact. The WOW signal is the ultimate maybe. It is a question mark written across the fabric of space-time. And for now, the question remains unanswered. The signal did not contain any discernible pattern or encoded information. It was simply a powerful, unmodulated carrier wave. This could mean it was a beacon, designed simply to attract attention. Like a cosmic shout of, "We are here." The signal's apparent redshift or blue shift was also analyzed. This could have indicated the motion of the source relative to Earth. The data suggested a source moving away from us, but the measurements were not definitive. Every new analysis seems to add another layer to the mystery. It refuses to be neatly categorized or dismissed. The WOW signal is science's most famous ghost story. A fleeting apparition in the machine that has haunted us for decades. It represents the ultimate signal-to-noise problem. Was it a true signal, or just the most extraordinary noise ever recorded? The debate continues in classrooms, laboratories, and online forums. Each new generation brings fresh eyes to the old data. They search for clues that may have been missed. But the data is finite, a single snapshot in time. Without new observations, the mystery may remain unsolved forever. Yet, the hope of another WOW moment never truly fades. Somewhere in the cosmic static, another message could be waiting. And so, humanity continues to listen.